This is Muthuminal, our Assistant Professor from the Department of Agricultural Engineering at SNS College of Technology. Today I am with you all for a short discussion on SNS Roadmap that helps us to cultivate futures in innovation. Uh, Here, I like to share a small story with you all. Has anyone thought every seed is very small, but within it lies an entire future? So, initially, when I was a kid, I thought that a seed which I have in my hand after consuming the fruit, if I go and put it in the ground, it will grow into enormous plant. Yes, I thought most of them have thought of it. And some childhood memories are like if I have consumed the seed also, it will grow into a tree from my stomach. So, this is how I was taught something as a myth. Yes, so with this, I like to quote my story name Every Seed Holds a Story. Yes, can we all dive into the story today? Yes. So a seed may look small, but within it lies an entire future. This is how the SNS roadmap is just like that, a seed of transformation. It tells us not only what to do, but how to grow with design thinking, innovation, and social responsibility. So here I like to correlate everything with our farming because we are basically involved in agricultural engineering. Okay, see. So if you are not very much trained in agriculture, what happens? The myth as I have shared with you is going to be a thought of my real world. Yes, so if I have been taught with proper foundation, then obviously the technique of growing a plant could be done properly, and I can also get the outcome as much as possible. That's how I'm going to compare teaching and farming, two branches with same root. Okay, so both teaching and farming requires empathy and understanding. A farmer studies the soil, whereas a teacher studies the learner. So this is the empathy, the heart of design thinking, and the SNS roadmap. Here I like to say you all that the SNS roadmap cultivates these connections, fostering growth in students and crops alike, nurturing the future innovators in agriculture through design thinking approach. So initially, if you are not provided with a proper foundation, then you will meet certain chaos. So as we are going to empathize with the surrounding environment where all the products is going to reach the people for certain purpose, so that comes under our 3P culture, which will has to be framed according to our 3C framework. So this is why I am quoting that this design thinking approach could be achieved through our 5 pillars, through our 3P culture, and through our 3C framework. Okay, so from soil to a solution. What we are gonna do in the sense, I'm going to observe and innovate. Okay, in every crop, every experiment, every model, the roadmap comes alive. So design thinking will help us to drive, observe, ideate, and innovate. So my real goal is to solve the real problems through empathy and engineering. So the design thinking will help me to drive us drive us to observe deeply, ideate boldly, and innovate responsibly. Okay, so innovation requires nurturing as it is similar in cultivating a crop. So innovation is nothing but it is like farming, it needs care. Just like crops, ideas need sunlight, patience, and nurturing. This roadmap will teach us to fertilize the imagination and harvest innovation. And the growth happens when we connect the technology with the human need. So that means that our idea bulb growing like a plant and watering ideas. So this will act as a metaphor as I have shown here in the image. So my journey in earth. My journey is obviously for the earth. The smart irrigation systems save more than water, they sustain life. So, obviously, sustainable farming builds not only food security but community strengths. That means that this roadmap, which we are comparing with the farming and the culturing, is gives the direction to our innovation, linking the empathy to the efficiency, which will help us to increase the crop yield. So this is how we can engineer for the earth. So, the season of growth is only due to cultivating ideas through collaboration and innovation. So, here I have been given a task to represent a nurturing environment for innovative ideas, showcasing my SNS spirit of design thinking, where the innovation and social responsibility is essential for a thriving community. So, in this flourishing ecosystem, departments of fields, faculty are farmers, and students are seeds. Together, we cultivate knowledge, innovation, growth, fostering a community that thrives on collaboration. So, this will help me to achieve the outcomes through embedding the technologies like irrigation models, like using generative AIs, and obviously, the outcome is going to be a best where n number of products will go and reach the people for satisfying the basic purposes and their needs, along with cultivating the five pillars where we it is helpful for us to ignite and culture it and analyze it. So the future is grown where cultivating futures with heart and mind. So here I'd like to quote that the SNS roadmap empowers students to nurture their potential, transforming ideas into impactful innovations. With a focus on heart, head, and hands, we cultivate a brighter future for all, where the fruitful of innovation is going to be as a product or a patent or thousand startups. So we grow thinkers and creators. That means that my story here will come to an end. That every story is a seed where each narrative shade plants something new in the garden of our institution's future. Together we grow, and through design thinking, innovation, and social responsibility, roots intertwined. Thank you.